From bringing dinosaurs to life in Jurassic Park to directing the epic Gandhi, Richard Attenborough was a cinematic legend. His 6-decade journey in film, marked by iconic roles and powerful biopics, made him an unforgettable figure in the entertainment world. Yet in his later years, his life took a dramatic turn. A tragic fall confined the once vibrant Attenborough to a wheelchair, dimming the light of this acclaimed artist. Join Facts First as we present Richard Attenborough spent his final days confined to a wheelchair. His career. Richard's entry into professional acting was in 1942. Starting with small film roles, he honed his skills and presence on screen. It was in 1947 that he delivered a standout performance as a menacing gangster in Brighton Rock, an adaptation of the Graham Greene novel. 1950s saw Attenborough's star continue to rise. He became a familiar face in British cinema, starring in a variety of successful comedies and dramas. Films like Private's Progress and I'm All Right, Jack showcased his skills and ability to captivate audiences. His talent crossed the Atlantic in 1963 when he landed his first major Hollywood role in The Great Escape, playing squadron leader Roger Bartlett. The 60s were a period of diversification for Attenborough. He explored more complex characters, a move that demonstrated his range. His performances in films like Seance on a Wet Afternoon and Guns at Batasi were critically acclaimed, with the latter earning him his first BAFTA Award for Best Actor. Transition to directing. Attenborough's directorial debut came in 1969 with the musical Oh, What a Lovely War. This film, acclaimed for its innovative approach to the musical genre and its commentary on World War I, marked a bold and successful entry into directing. The 70s saw Attenborough take on even more ambitious projects. He directed Young Winston, a film based on the early life of Winston Churchill, and A Bridge Too Far, a war epic about World War II's Operation Market Garden. Both films were not just cinematic achievements, but also historical narratives, bringing to life significant events and figures with accuracy and dramatic flair. It was in 1982 that he achieved what many consider his crowning directorial achievement with the biopic Gandhi. Bringing this film to the screen was a testament to his perseverance as he struggled for over 15 years to secure funding. The film was a monumental success, earning him Academy Awards for Best Director and Best Picture, as well as Golden Globes for Best Director and Best Foreign Film. Gandhi was more than a film. It was a global phenomenon that resonated with audiences worldwide, showcasing Attenborough's directorial genius. In the later stages of his career, he made significant contributions to the film industry as a director and actor. While he focused more on directing, he didn't completely step away from acting, taking on supporting roles in several notable films. One of his most memorable was the 1993 blockbuster Jurassic Park, where he portrayed John Hammond, the visionary creator of the dinosaur theme park. Family tragedy and declining health. The later years of Richard's life were marked by personal challenges and declining health, which profoundly impacted him personally and professionally. In December of 2004, he faced an unimaginable tragedy when the Indian Ocean tsunami struck Thailand. It claimed the lives of his daughter, Jane Holland, and his granddaughter, Lucy Holland, who were vacationing there at the time. This event was a devastating blow to Attenborough, who described it as the worst day of his life. The loss had a profound effect on him, casting a shadow over his subsequent years. In 2008, his health took a severe turn when he fell down a flight of stairs, resulting in a head injury that caused severe problems. The accident left him in a coma for several months and led to long-term health complications. He required the use of a wheelchair, and the incident effectively ended his active involvement in filmmaking. This period marked a significant shift in his life as he transitioned from being a dynamic figure in the film industry to focusing on his health and recovery. His health and cognitive abilities continued to decline in the following years. In 2011, recognizing the need for specialized care, he sold his Scottish estate. The following year, he and his wife, Sheila Sim, moved into an assisted living facility in London. The move was necessary as neither was able to live independently anymore. It was a moving moment, marking the end of an era for Attenborough and his wife, who had been his companion and support through many decades of his life and career. Final days and death. As Attenborough's health continued to deteriorate, he faced increasing physical and cognitive challenges. He lost the ability to speak and walk due to brain damage from his earlier fall. His brother David Attenborough described him as a shadow of his former self in these final years. Friends and family noted he had become increasingly trapped in his own body, a situation that was frustrating and saddening for a man who had once been so vibrant and active. Richard Attenborough passed away at the assisted living facility on August 24, 2014, at age 90. His death marked the end of an era in British cinema and the arts. He was surrounded by his wife and family members who had been a central part of his life and career. His passing was mourned by many across the world who remembered him not just for his contributions to cinema, but also for his humanitarian work and his warm, engaging personality. What was found in Attenborough's will? Richard Attenborough's will revealed the thoughtful and detailed planning he had put into how he wanted his legacy to be handled after his death. One significant provision was the interment of 1/3 of his ashes in the family vault at St. Mary Magdalene Church in Richmond, London. This was to ensure that he would rest alongside his daughter Jane and granddaughter Lucy, a poignant gesture that commemorated the tragic loss of his family members. The remaining portions of his ashes were divided between his two properties in France and Scotland, symbolizing his connection to these places that had been significant in his life. His extensive art collection, which included over 150 pieces he had amassed over decades, was bequeathed to museums for public enjoyment. Notably, his Picasso ceramics were given to the Leicester Museum and Art Gallery, and several paintings were donated to the Tate Gallery in London. This decision reflected his lifelong passion for art and a desire to share it with the public. Attenborough made provisions for his family in his will as well. He left £50,000 each to his surviving grandchildren, ensuring they were remembered and taken care of. He made lesser monetary gifts to other relatives, including his brother and nephews. The bulk of his £2 million estate was left to his wife Sheila, who was still living at the time of the will, but passed away 2 years after him in 2016. Through his will, Attenborough ensured that his family tragedy, his love for art, and his care for his family were all acknowledged and honored. His will brought closure to a life that had been rich in artistic achievement, personal triumphs, and profound losses. It was a fitting end to the story of a man who had touched so many lives through his films, his philanthropy, and his warm, engaging personality. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of Richard Attenborough? Let us know in the comments section below.